Why does it feel like every time you try to start a budget, for some reason you end up falling off? Or even worse, you start off way worse than what you began? Well, not to worry, because in this video, I'm gonna address the 5 reasons your budget is broken, and then I'm gonna go over how you can fix this. So let's not waste time, let's get right into this video. Reason number 1 of why your budget is not working: it's too strict. This is like that situation where your parents tell the kids to not touch the outlet. The parents keep saying no until the kid eventually touches that outlet and then proceeds to getting shocked. This is like that, but in a different way. If your budget's too strict, you're gonna feel like something's missing or that you're missing out on something. And you're gonna feel like that for a while until one day you decide just to go all out. It's like saying, don't buy a coffee from Starbucks and try to pinch every penny you have. And one day, instead of buying that coffee, you're gonna say, I had enough. And then what you're gonna do is you're going to go on a lavish vacation and spend way more money than you would buying a coffee. I always say, instead of having a strict budget, just treat it as a guide for the way you live. You want to try to be lenient. So instead of buying a coffee every day, just trying to buy one coffee a week. This will give you that satisfaction, but yet you won't fall off of your mission. Reason number 2 of why your budget is not working is because you don't have a written budget. Yes, you heard that right. You have to have a written budget. A lot of people say, I'm gonna set a goal to save money, yet they don't have a written budget, which is essentially a roadmap for what you want to do. And winging it is just going to be extremely hard. Also, think about it. If you don't have a budget written out, how do you know how much money is coming in or out? You should know everything coming in and out, and then you can fine tune what you're going to save. Now, even though you have a written budget, you don't have to be super strict. It's essentially a guide to help you develop good habits and put you in line. And this takes us reason number 3 of why your budget is broken, and that's because you have more money going out than coming in. Or in other words, you're upside down, literally in the upside down world. Don't you worry though, good old Thiago is here to save you.
Snap out of it, damn it.
Okay, so if it feels like it's impossible to save or you're living paycheck to paycheck, most of the time it's because you're spending more than you're making. Now, most of the time, this problem can be easily resolved. First of all, you do have to have a written budget. That way you actually know what's happening with your money. Once you identify what's making you spend more money than you're making, you could then proceed to eliminate it. Maybe you're financing a car that's a lot more car than you should have. Well, if that's the case, you should figure out a way to either sell the car, refinance it, or just get rid of that car payment once and for all. Maybe you're living in an expensive apartment. You can move out to a cheaper one and save a significant amount of money. Or maybe you're just addicted to shopping and spending money like it's nobody's business. I always say, focus on the expenses that are going to make the biggest difference and try to eliminate them. Then you could start looking at the smaller expenses, like how many coffees are you buying? You can even look into getting a job that will pay you more money. But again, most of the time, this problem can be eliminated extremely easy. Guys, if you've been enjoying my videos so far, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way, anytime a video gets released like this, you will be the first ones to be notified. Reason number 4, why your budget is broken is because you get taken out by a real life emergency. You might be on track to saving money, your budget's working, and then bam, a real life emergency happens. You get taken by surprise and get punched in the face. Not literally though.
Just maybe.
These surprises could literally liquidate all of the money that you have. After something like this happens, it's really depressing. You start losing motivation, and then you completely lose track of your budget. Now, this could literally be anything from a huge medical bill to a big repair that you have to make in your house. Now, this can somewhat seem unavoidable, but you can take actions to combat this. The first thing you could do is take steps to have a substantial emergency fund. This account is a savings account that's apart from any of your accounts, that's literally designated to take care of any huge expenses that happens like these. Ideally, you should have saved between $1,000 to $4,000. Of course, the more the merrier, but you can start here. Most of your emergencies won't be more than this. And again, to hedge against anything that could be more, it's not something that you set a certain value and leave it there. You could always add a little bit more money to these accounts. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, reason number 5 of why your budget is absolutely broken is because you keep raising your lifestyle to match your income. To me, this is one of the biggest traps of the upper class and the middle class. When you start earning a little bit more money, you feel absolutely rich. You feel like you're balling, and then you start buying the things you want. You then buy the car you want, you buy the house you want, you go on that vacation that you wanted. Little by little, or a lot by a lot, this chips away at your budget, and then guess what? You're back at square one. You feel like your budget doesn't work, and again, you're back underwater. Instead of having delayed gratifications, you want things now, and you have to realize that that's a trap. It's the old adage of keeping up with the Jones. So instead of rushing into a shopping spree when you raise your income, take that money and save a little bit more every time. You can definitely raise your lifestyle, but you don't want to go overboard. Again, make sure your bank account is growing more than your debt. Trust me, it's going to feel amazing to have a fat bank account instead of an object that depreciates. So to recap, the 5 reasons why your budget is broken is your budget is too strict, you don't have a written budget, you're spending more money than saving, you get hit with a life emergency, and you give into lifestyle creep. These are 5 traps you must absolutely try to avoid. But now, I'm curious, are any of these traps something you're struggling with? Have you had any experience? Have you been in any situation like this? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let's start a conversation, and I want to help you. By the way, guys, if you're experiencing any or all of these budget traps and you need help, I go into detail in this video here, so just click it to watch.